Oh, Shimoda on the Honda. What's up, my dudes? We just got the official information that Not the Average Joe will be going to HRC Honda. Of course, we knew about this, so ways back there. I knew like about, I don't know, 2-3 months ago or some shit, you know what I mean? But now we officially got that information, so I wanted to talk about in this video how I think Joe Shimoda is going to do on HRC Honda on the 250 and sort of my predictions on it. I'm just going to come out swinging right here. I think Shimoda is going to do better than he ever has before, like championship-wise. I think he's going to do that in 2024 on this HRC Honda on the very first year. I don't think it's going to take any amount of time for him to like really try to figure the bike out. I definitely think that was a upgrade going from Kawasaki to Honda at this particular point in time. You know, there's always, it just seems like you have certain years where certain bikes are better. They're just like obviously better. I mean, obviously the Lawrence brothers are next level, but you know, a lot of them Cowie boys kind of struggled on the 250. They've been struggling on it for quite a few years now. I mean, yeah, you'll have the ever so often they'll do, you know, halfway decent on it, but just not the kind of Cowie 250 days that you had like back in the, you know, Baggett days and all that. Like, I mean, it's been a bit of a struggle. This is not like any new information to anybody. It's been a bit of the struggle for the Cowie boys. Even in the 450 class, it's been a struggle, okay? But I think the HRC Honda and that whole team vibe and Joe Shimoda already kind of being buddies with the Lawrence brothers, you know, I just get this vibe like he's gonna be bad to the bone in 2024. He was already getting pretty good on that Kawasaki. He was basically like the best 250 Cowie rider we've had in the past, you know, 3 years or whatever, but I think he's really going to put it to him in 24. I think this is when you're going to see like at least probably a 250 Supercross championship for Shimoda. I mean, anything can happen, you know, obviously, but it just seems like it's that time now, you know what I mean? Just kind of seems like, oh, Shimoda, Honda boy, you know, he should be able to do something now. There's definitely no bike excuses or anything like that because Jett and Hunter, you saw what they did on that 250, you know, so I just think it's going to fit Joe Shimoda's riding style on the bike. I definitely think Joe Shimoda has a similar kind of riding style to like a Hunter Lawrence or something like that, you know, obviously not exact, but something similar, you know. Shimoda's not necessarily the most hang it out kind of guy on the throttle, you know. He's a little more meticulous. I just think that kind of fits the way the Honda's been working, like for Sexton and Jett and some of those guys, you know. So yeah, I don't know what's going on over there at Cowie. We will see obviously Levi Kitchen on the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Cowie, so we'll kind of see what he can do on it, because obviously he was pretty good on the Star Yamaha. So I don't know if the reason why the Cowies haven't been doing so good, I don't know if it's been just the selection of riders that they've had more so than the bike, or if it's been the bike more than the riders. I don't know exactly, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I think Joe Shimoda is going to do the best that he ever has before on this HRC Honda right away. You know, sometimes I talk about some of these guys going to a new team and I feel like it's going to take them a little bit of time to kind of figure the bike out. This particular instance with Shimoda going to HRC Honda, I don't think it's going to take no time, dogs. No time, dogs. I do think it's going to take Chase Sexton a little bit of time to learn that KTM 450, but as far as Shimoda going from, you know, the Monster Energy Cowie, basically everybody's been struggling to really do that good on it here recently, going to the HRC Honda, you know, with just championships out the ass here recently on the Honda, right? Everybody knows about that. I just think this is a major upgrade for Joe Shimoda. He needs to make it happen in 2024. You know, this ain't the time for Shimoda to be slacking any, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of in that range where he really needs to prove something if he wants to get a good 450 ride. But if he doesn't do it, like in the next couple years, then he's going to fall into that abyss of, like, they can never really get on a good 450 team, or they only get, like, one little fill-in ride on a 450 team, and then their career dies basically instantly. So, we'll see who Shimoda's matched up with next year, 250 Supercross, what coast he's in, you know. If he's in Deegan's coast, it's going to be a little tricky. I think Deegan's going to be on the fucking gas and a half, you know. So, I think Shimoda's going to do it. I really like Shimoda's style on the bike. He's more chill, kind of, but he's like a silent assassin or something. He's like a silent assassin ninja or something. It's kind of crazy. It's like you don't really, just looking at Shimoda riding doesn't really seem like he's doing anything crazy, you know, but the couple of really good races that he's had, I mean, it's like, whoa, like, where did that guy come from? You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Shimoda going to Honda. I just think it's all positives. It's just going to make everything better. He's going to be riding with Jett and Hunter, you would have to assume. That would make anybody better at this point. Literally anybody. Like, it would make Roxon better to ride with Jett, to practice with Jett. You know what I mean? It would make Tomac better to practice with Jett. So I know it's going to make Shimoda better to be practicing in that little Jett Hunter Lawrence, like, program or whatever they got going on, and all their little you know, technique things they're doing on the bike. I'm sure Shimoda's going to catch on to some of that, and he already has some technique on the bike, but yeah, man, either way, that's about it for this video. Just had to get in here and talk about this anytime we get a big rider going to a new team type shit, you know? So, yeah, Shimoda on the Honda, boys. Later, dudes.